Giwan Bay leads off for the Syracuse Mets in this lineup, sponsored by the Chevy Silverado and your local New York Central New York Chevrolet dealers. Bay leads off against Christian Herberholtz, the right-handed starter for the Norfolk Tides. His first pitch is swung on and missed to make it 0-1. So the Tides strike first. Solo homer in the first inning gives Norfolk a 1-0 lead. Swing and a miss, down 0-2. Well, Herberholtz pitching in his 8th game this season. It's his 7th start. He's tossed 27 innings, struck out 25. 0-2 to Bay. That's high, ball 1. Well, Giwan Bay has played like a very prototypical leadoff hitter this season. .281 average. He's 3rd in the league in stolen bases. He's been as advertised. 0-2. That's sliced foul. A ball and 2 strikes.
He had such a monster month of April, hitting .373 in 20 games. Now in this month, 14 games in June, hitting .265. So he's, still being a threat in this lineup. Maybe not to the elite level like we saw in April, but good enough.
1-2 pitch. That's fouled back. Herberholtz takes a breath, throws home, and Bay rips it foul. Well, Giwan Bay 1 for 5 with a homer last night. It was his 4th of the season. Not a guy whose game is predicated on power, but he can hit the ball hard. We see a lot of hard-hit ground balls, hard-hit line drives, and every once in a while he lifts the ball in the air, and that thing can travel. Ball and 2 strikes. Herberholtz throws home. And Bay twists it foul again, putting up a good fight here.
What we've seen at the top of the order do for the Mets is, work these really long counts. It's what's going to help them win baseball games instead of, like we said earlier, just swinging all the time trying to find a pitch to hit.
A lot of strikeouts early in the game yesterday. A couple games in a row where the Mets haven't had their first walk until the second half of the ball game. They're squaring off with Herberholtz, a man with a 4.3 ERA in AAA. Started the season with AA Chesapeake. 8 games, 5 of which were starts. Didn't go very deep, though, only threw 17 total innings. 1-2. Bay takes a called strike 3. A perfect changeup at the top of the zone. 1 away.
Batting second, the center fielder.
On with the leadoff man coming to bat, Giwan Bay.
Walks are what started Syracuse's rally back on Tuesday, which was a 6-3 win over the Tides. Mets worked 3 walks in the 8th inning to win.
Well, it was funny. Last night, too, through 5 innings, the Mets struck out 9 times, didn't walk once, and then in the 6th, they worked 3 of them. Got the offense started.
The fact this team is 36-36 is entertaining.
Yeah, they almost never walk. They don't strike out much. They just find ways to do it.
And that's winning baseball. You want your organization to have that ability to win even when things aren't going swimmingly.
Well, June hasn't been the best month of offense. Bay hits it deep to right field. Fabian chases at the wall. Goodbye! Back-to-back nights with a homer for Giwan Bay. 2-run blast makes it a 2-run ball game. 5-3 in the bottom of the 3rd.
Well, now we can officially say that the Mets offense has not slowed down since yesterday. Still utilizing the long ball, still finding the Salt City deck where that wind is still blowing out to. Back-to-back innings with homers for the Mets, and they're creeping their way back.
Giwan Bay's power has just been unlocked. He went over a month and a half without a homer from mid-April to early June, and now he's got 3 of them over the last couple weeks.
Giwan Bay up to the plate now for the Syracuse Mets, and Jack, he hit a 2-run jack his last time up.
It was much needed. Brought the Mets back into this game. Syracuse is trailing big time. He makes it a 2-run ball game, 5-3, with his second homer in as many nights.
Now 5 on the year for Giwan Bay in his first year in the Mets organization. First pitch coming his way. Takes it down low. A 4-year big leaguer, all with the Pittsburgh Pirates. The 26-year-old has now played in 8 minor league seasons. Known for his speed, contact, and most importantly, his ability to play pretty much anywhere in the field.
Yeah, he can play left, center, right, or second base. He's a great utility man that fills a lot of different spots.
2-0 pitch is taken away, ball 3.
It's been cool to see a good amount more pop this season. This is his 64th game. He's got 5 home runs. Last year in 73 games, just 1.
Almost swung at the 3-0 pitch, but it's in the zone anyway, 3-1.
That's so consistent. A guy that came into this season with a AAA average over 300 in 250 AAA games. And this season, he's been pretty much between 275 and 300 all year.
3-1 pitch is taken low, ball 4, and he backpedals out of the batter's box, wanting to work that walk.
Center fielder, number 55.
Giwan Bay safe at first base with a 1-out walk, and you can stay safe in life with regular screenings from St. Joseph's Cancer Care.
He's been seeing the ball really well as of late. A lot of really nice line drives to left field, center field. Just a nice, even swing. A guy that doesn't often.
Yeah, I mean, I love watching Jonah play. I know how important this is, how hard he works every day, and honestly, I'm just amazed by his work ethic, and I just know how much he loves the sport and how important to him this is.
Absolutely, and I mean, we want to wish him a happy birthday as well, 23 years. And toss it back up to you guys. Any questions before I peace out here and leave them alone for the rest of the game?
Actually, Brendan, can you ask them what their feelings were like when they saw Jonah debut in the bigs?
Yeah, so what were the feelings like when you guys watched Jonah debut last year in the bigs at Citi Field?
The look says it all.
Whirlwind, pinching ourselves. I think there was a point where I caught something that Binghamton's Booster Club put on Instagram. I cried for an hour and a half, and I said, Kaylee, it's not stopping. It's not stopping. World, be kind to him. I'm like, it was horribly overwhelming, proud moment. I couldn't even have just being in that moment and enjoying, putting the phone away, just being there. It was awesome and wonderful, and still living that ride of the wave that we're on. Sometimes there's just nothing better than watching your son play baseball. I was mentioning to somebody today, I said, we signed him up for Little League, and we're still watching it. And that's awesome, and we're just so blessed and proud of him and everything he's doing.
And Kaylee, for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost indescribable. Like, I remember when he called me, and I was just so excited for him, and I just know how important it is to him. So I couldn't be more proud of him.
Absolutely. Anything else, guys?
Is there anything that the Tongs are doing for Jonah's birth?
Or do they need restaurant recommendations?
We've got
What we
him.
do best